Hey everyone, this is Hart, and I'm back with Suikogaiden. So Nash says, after Raud has said that he'll surrender, just because this guy says he's surrendered doesn't mean that we've defeated the Highland army, but he might serve as a hostage. Tie him up and take him back to Greenhill. Hurry. And that was the moment that a new division of Highland soldiers appeared from the rear, from the back of their base. Joey says, there are only few enemies. Once we have reclaimed or rescued Commander Raud, then we will make our army retreat. With this current formation, we can't stand to win this battle, so we must regroup. The new soldiers that had appeared did not try to break through the existing divisions, they kept their ranks arranged and advanced so as to surround us. Nash, okay, we've done what we came for. Let's get out of here. Hurry. Shin once more rode on top of his horse and made his horse run towards the main gate of Greenhill. And when we did reach inside the city once more, we saw that there was still flickering flames, and smoke was still rising, and it was surprisingly quiet. And on the wall there were the soldiers that had died to protect it, and the civilians who had moved around to try to put out the fires, and the students who had acted as healers. All of them were completely exhausted. Some were leaning up against the wall, some had collapsed onto the ground and lay there, and others were just standing there silently. Lying there silently. They didn't feel as though that they weren't filled with a sense of achievement of victory. Rather, they were just content with what they had managed to achieve. Lord Nash, you are here. Ah, Shin. How is Teresa? It is not a serious injury. She seems to have suffered some shock, but the doctor said she should recover soon. I see. Lord Nash, I thank you for your help this time. And Nash says, no. I don't really know how much I was able to help anyway. What's more important, we can't let our guard down yet. The Highland army certainly won't have given up already. Yes. We won't be able to relax until reinforcements from the Matilda Knights appear. You're right. Lord Nash, how long will you stay? I think is what that means. Well, my wounds still hurt. Maybe 2 or 3 days. And Yuri says, Mr. Nash. And then Nash says, Yuri. And then Yuri says, maybe I should just put some water on him. Wait. I'm getting up. Ah, good morning. How about waking up sometime soon? Is it morning already? Morning. It's already quite a way past noon. Oh, I see. How weird. I haven't slept like this for such a long time. And that even when someone else comes into the room, to have that not wake me up. Mr. Nash, you did very well. No. All I did was lend a hand. Incidentally, Yuri says, it's fine. I've taken up, or I've kept aside your breakfast and your lunch. And since the Highland army have retreated, we were able to obtain or collect a small amount of vegetables, so you should be able to look forward to it this time. Ah, that's great. As I enjoyed the meal that Yuri had prepared for me, I stared around at the faces of the other guests. All of them seemed to be at ease and seemed to have overcome their tension. The Highland army hadn't left completely, but it seems that how do you say this? They'd been successful in working together. And the taste of the coffee after the meal, it tasted different. It seemed like they might have been able to get some fresh coffee beans. Mr. Nash, what will you do now? You're not going to leave right away, are you? Well, I guess I still need to go and see Teresa first. There's something that bothers me still. Bothering you? About Teresa? Oh, well, and then there was that girl, that female student, who came to look at you and come and check on you the whole time you were sleeping. What? Well, she came to check on me, I guess. Well, anyway, I want to check how things are turning out. I mean, we can't, I want to check, the circumstances, because after all, we can't let our guard down until reinforcements arrive from Matilda. I see. Well, I'm sorry to make you have to think about those kinds of things again. Nash, how goes the battle? In the principal's room, there was Teresa, Shin, Amelia, Jude, and Jean. Mr. Nash. Teresa, how are your injuries? Well, really, they're nothing to speak of, so... Has something happened? Well... The messenger that the Matilda Knights sent has returned, that we sent to the Matilda Knights has returned, but... It's terrible. It's just as if they're leaving us to die. Emilia. Miss Emilia, please calm down. But if things carry on like this, we tried so hard and still... And then Nash says, what is going on here? And Shin says, the reply from the Matilda Knights was that they won't come. What do you mean? No, it's not that they said that directly, but... Since they haven't received information that the Highland army has attacked Greenhill, they won't send their knights to help without reason. It's just as if we're lying to them. That's the way they're taking it. We tried so hard. I see. It's alright, Emilia. We'll protect Greenhill. We've learnt a lot from Mr. Nash, and so even if the Highland army comes to strike again... Lady Teresa, I have news. What could it be? Please, come to the city gates. Hurry! Hurry! There were people assembled in front of the city gates, and you could see a great many figures outside the gates as well. They didn't seem to be Highland soldiers. What is this? These are the soldiers from Muse who had been captured by the Highland army. It seems like they were suddenly set free and they've come here. And they even got their weapons and their armor back. As long as we have them, we should be able to defend Greenhill. That they released their prisoners, or their hostages. Could that mean that they want peace? That they are seeking peace between the two of us? That would certainly be a good thing. My lady, this is... After Teresa nodded once, she gave an order to her soldiers. Please, open the city gates. Let them in. And then Nash says, wait, Teresa. Mr. Nash. These are... This is a trap. The Highland army is aiming... Their objective is to break apart the city alliance. There must be something behind all this. I know. I know that the Highland army is not an opponent to be taken so lightly. But those that are outside the gates now are our comrades. If we were to shut them out now, it would be the same as announcing their death. And at that time before, when Teresa didn't hand me over to the Highland army, now I understood what she was saying. But as long as the Matilda Knights don't move, just because the Matilda Knights aren't going to come to save us, that is no reason that we shouldn't save these men here. Open the gates. Teresa. The gate was opened, and the soldiers from Muse came smiling into the town gate, into the town. And the civilian soldiers, for their part as well, they welcomed the soldiers from Muse who had received training. And one of the civilian soldiers says, "Now we've got more than double the number of soldiers. There's no way we can lose to the Highland army." And a Muse soldier says, "We were left behind, or we fell back at Muse, but we'll protect Greenhill." Ah! Even if the knights don't come, we'll be alright. But for the unease that I felt at that time, for it to become a reality, it didn't take very long. A Muse soldier says, "That's enough. How long is it gonna take after I wait for me to wait for my order?" "Shut up! If you don't like it, you can leave. How about you go back to Muse?" "What did you say?" "That's enough. If you're gonna argue, I'll have to punish you all." It had already been a week since the soldiers from Muse had entered into Greenhill. Their initial joy quickly turned to regret. The Highland army appeared once more, but this time they only made it so as to surround in a very large radius. They didn't make any sign as if they were going to come and attack. And the reason for that was obvious now. Now that the soldiers of Muse that had been released had all entered into Greenhill, the food supplies, which were already quite low, soon hit the bottom very quickly. and it seems that the citizens were were quickly falling into dire conditions. At this rate, if we continue to be surrounded for a month, then it would result in Greenhill effectively committing suicide, like destroying themselves from the inside. Or what's more, it wouldn't be unusual. The situation was such that it wouldn't be unusual for infighting to break out at any time. The Greenhill civilians knew that they were losing things to the Muse soldiers. And in return, those soldiers from Muse, they were granted weapons and armor and entered into Highland. And so they truly thought that they were the only ones who could fight. Up till now, there'd only been small arguments like the one we'd just seen, but it was only a matter of time before that tension exploded into something bigger. In the end, I waited out for a time or a chance when I could escape, and for the time being stayed in Greenhill. After the fight from before, I didn't know where Zaji had gone to, and more importantly, for several days, like, because I'm like an outsider, and they treated me so well for several days, I can't stand by and just watch Greenhill suffer now. However, as long as I stay here doing this, as long as I stay here, there's nothing I can do. Oh, you're here. Good morning! Oh. You never give up, do you? But you've been sitting here the whole time, haven't you, Mr. Nash? So you don't give up either. So, really, you must be lacking in exercise. Hey, how about this? Let's go for a stroll. We can say, okay, or I'd rather not. Okay. Okay. That could be alright, I suppose. Really? Wow, awesome! Okay, come on, hurry! The food within the town of Greenhill had already become, was already on a ration system. In order to evenly and fairly distribute the little remaining food that there was, this was very important, but there were still some who would try to steal or weasel their way into getting more. That someone who'd crept into the storehouse, they'd already caught 2 people doing that, and since they had both been Muse soldiers, it has really kind of lit a flame of resentment for the civilians of Greenhill. Ah, again. On one of the city corners, some civilians and some Muse soldiers were having an argument. What did you say? If we weren't here, then the Highland army would sweep in here and take over straight away. Don't be stupid. Without you, we managed to get rid of them once already, didn't we? We don't need you here. Hey, that's enough. I'm gonna tell Mayor Teresa, and then she'll reduce your rations. Nina came back after putting a stop to the argument, but she had on a lonely-looking expression, which was unusual for her. It really is terrible. Back then, we worked so hard all together. And Teresa, even though she herself was hurt, she agreed to take in the people of Muse. At some point, we found ourselves walking towards the academy. In front of the academy, there was a crowd. It seemed that several soldiers had occupied the storehouse in the academy. So most of them seemed to be Muse soldiers, but among them there were some Greenhill civilian soldiers as well. What I'd feared, but what I'd been expecting, had finally occurred. I'd told Teresa, I'd advised her that she should keep the soldiers that she trusts the most at the storehouse, but it seems like it was no good. What is going on here? Everybody, clear out of here immediately. What's about that? Is this like a waiting place? It's like, don't be stupid, there's no enemies here. We know that you're keeping all the food for yourselves, says one of the Muse soldiers. Why would you say such a stupid thing? The rations for all of the citizens are there. It's not just for you. Shut up. You think you can sell us off, like, to the Highland army? I think that means, like, put them out to be killed, like, by sending them to fight them. But we won't let you. And this other Muse soldier says, we know that you've got a secret pact with the Highland army. What? I mean, we're just in the way to you. So that's why you always keep us outside. And even the Highland army, because they don't need us, they act as if they're fighting just so that they can get rid of us. What kind of stupid, like, things are they saying now? The fact that the Muse soldiers have been put outside, on, like, outside duties, is because they don't know the city very well. And it would be to stop any fighting with the civilians. So who had told them this, or who had given this information? If you don't stop this now, I'm going to have to label you as traitors. See? I was right. But we won't let you do that. I mean, we've thought about it. We've thought it through and through. And as he said that, the Muse soldier pointed into the storehouse. Inside the storehouse, I could see the figures of several children. This might be a little bit hard, but we want you to just hold out for a bit. Just until we get confirmation, like we hear our contact. Damn it. How could this have happened? Already an hour had passed since the storehouse had been occupied. Once more, those who were most senior in Greenhill had assembled in the principal's office, but everyone had a kind of troubled expression on their face. We won't get anywhere at this rate, and I'm worried about the children. Oh wow, I've been doing this for half an hour already. I'm gonna stop and take a break, and I'll see you in the next part.